Okay everybody, in this video I'm going to give you an overview of the body of the Sony HDR-CX405 Handycam Camcorder. Okay, it's a full HD camcorder. It can shoot full HD video in frame rates of 60p and 60i. It can shoot in XAVCS file format as well. Okay, here's the front of the camcorder. You can see now there's a switch on the side. I can push that down to open the lens cover, or I can push it up to close the lens cover. But for the time being, I want to leave the lens cover open. Underneath the lens cover is the microphone, the built-in microphone. Okay, and a tip about the lens cover, be very careful with closing that on extremely hot days. It can kind of stick, and the camcorder's operational temperature is 0 to 40 degrees Celsius. Okay. This is an awesome camcorder. Just recently purchased online for about $340 Canadian, not including shipping and taxes. Okay. Here on top of the camcorder, we can see the zoom lever. We can push the zoom lever towards the T there to fully zoom in on our subject, or push it, the T stands for telephoto, or we can push it towards the W. That's the wide angle to fully zoom out, to zoom out more, or to fully zoom out. Behind the zoom lever, by the way, also known as the zoom rocker. Behind the zoom lever is the shutter button. We can take photographs with that. Our stills at various sizes. Okay, behind the camcorder here on the back end is the record button. You press it once to record video. Press it again to stop recording video. Just remember, in photo shooting mode, you cannot record video, okay? When you set the camcorder to photo shooting mode, okay? On this side of the camcorder, we can see our hand strap. Okay, you can adjust that via the Velcro. Okay, the hand strap and wrist strap, depending on your hand size. Okay. In the wrist strap, there is a USB cable which is connected to the camcorder. This USB cable can be used for transferring files from the camcorder to your PC, and it can also be charged by. It can also be used to charge the camcorder, pardon me, simply by connecting it to a USB port, and you can transfer your files with it. You also can connect it to the external USB connection support cable. Which that cable plugs into the adapter, and then you can plug the camcorder into a wall outlet to charge the camcorder. When the battery is fully discharged, it should take about 2 hours and 35 minutes to charge the battery. Okay, fully. There's an orange light on the camcorder which comes on when you're charging, and it will totally go out when you're done charging. Alright. Okay. I'm just going to plug that USB cable back into the pouch, the wrist strap for now, the pouch on the wrist strap, pardon me. Underneath that wrist strap is the multi-door here. We can open that. And now here we can plug in a multi-cable, a multi-AV cable, which is sold separately. It's not one of your included accessories. You can use that to connect to external devices via AV. Okay. Underneath the camcorder here, we can see the battery door. This is the battery door. Put the battery in the camcorder. This is where you insert the battery. Right here is the 1/4 tripod mount for the 1/4 inch tripod mount. This is where you can place the camcorder on a tripod. Just remember, when you mount the camcorder on a tripod, be sure to turn off its built-in digital stabilization. Okay. Okay, here on this side of the camcorder we have the LCD screen. Okay, we're going to flip out the LCD screen. If the battery was inserted into the camcorder would now be turning on. If the battery is fully charged, obviously, and was inserted into the camcorder to flip out the screen, the camcorder would be powering on, pardon me. Here we have the navigation button. Okay, the navigation button is what we use to go through our menus and configure our settings. I also think of the navigation button as kind of like a joystick. You don't swipe it, you just gotta kind of gently hook it with your finger to push it forward, push it back, push it up, push it down. Alright, and when you select a menu setting, just press it, just enter the menu, okay? then you can press it. Underneath the navigation button is the playback button. You can press that button to play back your clips and view your photographs, okay? And here we have the speaker, which you can use to play back, which you can hear your clips when playing them back. When you play back your clips, that's the speaker you'll hear them through. Underneath the speaker, you can see this little door. That door is where the card is inserted, and also the memory card. And also here is the HDMI input. I believe, I could stand to be corrected, but that is a micro HDMI input. I'll just reach over here and grab the HDMI cable here. Okay, here it is here. Okay, this end will plug into the television should your TV have a HDMI cable input, and this end plugs into the camcorder. Okay, like sort of like this. You plug it in like that here. Now it's connected to the camcorder. Now it's ready to plug in. Now this end is ready to be plugged into your television or external camcorder monitor. Now I'm simply going to disconnect that cable by pulling it out. Okay, here's the card slot. Okay, we need microSDHCs or microSDXCs. I highly recommend microSDXC because you will not be able to shoot XAVCS file format unless it's a microSDXC card. Also, you need class 10. I really recommend class 10. It is your best option. It probably realistically is your only option for shooting HD video. But you can see here is the label. Label saw goes up towards the zoom lever to insert the memory card. And remember, these little connectors on the back of the card go face into the camcorder like this. Like, see this? Go right in like that. Be very careful when inserting your memory card. It only takes micro SDXCs and micro SDHCs up to 64 gigabytes. That's its maximum capacity. It also can take, I believe it's Sony memory stick micro Mark II up to 16 gigabytes. But pardon my sarcasm, it's good luck finding one of those these days. They seem to be very difficult to find. Okay, so for the time being, I'm going to leave the card inserted. Realistically, it probably is really safe to leave the card inserted. No worries. Okay, now I'm going to close the LCD screen by pushing it in. If the battery was inserted there, the camcorder would be powering off right now. Okay. Here is the battery compartment door. We can insert the battery here. I'm just going to insert my finger into the indentation to open the door, open to the compartment. Now slide that up, and that kind of hangs off the camcorder. And now I'm going to insert the battery. We can see this arrow here that's on the OEM battery. You push in the battery, and that arrow points towards the clip. The battery has to kind of slide under this little clip here, right here. The golden connectors go into the camcorder, and way to go. That is inserting the battery. Now I'm going to close the compartment, and I'm going to flip out the screen. The camcorder's powering on. There's a little bit of juice left in this camcorder right now. Now I'm going to close that. Okay. Push that in towards the camera. Flip in the screen to turn off the camcorder. It's that simple. Flip it out to turn it on. Flip it in to turn it off. Okay, that's really nifty, but now we're going to have to take out the battery. Okay, same process. Put your finger in the indentation. Slide up the door. Okay, now the camcorder's battery compartment is open. See this little clip here? We're going to gently but firmly push it to the side, and now the camcorder's battery has sort of ejected. Be extremely careful when doing that, when ejecting the battery, because sometimes when you push that clip over, the battery can really fly out of the camcorder. It can really kind of fire out of the camcorder. I certainly don't want you to lose your battery. Okay, okay, now I'll shut the door again. And one final thing. This is the USB connection support cable. This end connects to the camcorder, and this end connects to the adapter. Okay, this is the USB connection support cable here, see? Okay, now I'm going to connect that to the built-in USB cable. Okay, and I'm going to connect it like this, see? Okay, now be very careful, be very patient. Now it's connected. This has to plug into the adapter right here. Okay, now you can plug this into a wall outlet, and it will take about 2 hours and 35 minutes for the battery to fully charge. If the battery is inserted, if the battery is fully discharged and inserted into the camcorder, it'll take about 2 hours and 35 minutes to fully charge. That's the same thing as if you had the cable simply inserted into a USB port, like that. Okay, it'll take about 2 hours and 35 minutes for the battery to fully charge, should the battery be fully discharged when you plug it in to charge. And remember, a little orange light appears on the camcorder. An orange light turns on and will turn off when the battery is fully charged. Okay, I'll be going through charging further in a few moments. Okay, now I'm going to show you all how to charge the Sony HDR-CX405 Handycam Camcorder. Simply, I'm going to take the USB cable that's connected to the camcorder out of the pouch on the hand strap. Now, I'm going to bring in the USB connection support cable here. This is the end the camera plugs into, and of course this is the end that plugs into the adapter. Okay, so now I'm going to plug the camcorder into the USB connection support cable. Okay, like that. Perfect. Obviously I've inserted the battery already, and now I'm going to plug the appropriate end into the adapter here. Okay, there we go. Now you can see the camcorder is connected to the cable. Now I'm going to plug this into the extension cord here. Obviously you can plug it into the outlet straight into the wall, but I'm going to use the extension cord for this demonstration here. Okay. And now you can see the camcorder has lit up here. I hope you can see that. There's a little orange light on the side of the camcorder. Probably takes as long as a minute for that to come on when you plug in the camcorder. But now you can see that it's charging. That light will go out when the camcorder is fully charged. It takes, I'd say, approximately 2 hours and 35 minutes for the battery to fully charge. Okay, now I'm going to charge the battery for the Sony HDR-CX405 Handycam Camcorder through a USB port on my PC. Okay, here is the camcorder here. The battery is inserted into the camcorder. Remember, when charging the camcorder battery, you have to keep the LCD screen pushed in against the camcorder. We're going to charge the battery now via the USB cable on the PC, by connecting it to the PC, pardon me. Yes, indeed, I'm going to connect the USB cable to the PC to charge the battery. So I'm going to take the USB cable out of the pouch that's on the hand strap, and now I'm going to plug the USB cable into the my PC, into my PC, and now I'm going to wait for the orange light. Okay, now the orange light is on. Yes, when the battery is fully charged, the orange light will go out. If the battery was fully discharged when you plugged in the camcorder to charge, it should take about 2 hours and 35 minutes. That's approximately 2 hours and 35 minutes to fully charge a battery.